their wares or equipment
Military
or their
might.
military might, and that in itself has given a negative feedback, then perhaps they need to cut back. But I do not think that given our current security situation in the country, that it is an overkill. I agree that ordinarily, if the situation were normal, the army has no business in election. The militarization of elections is, and voting, the voting process is not necessary.
So you're saying that's a necessary factor, deployment of heavy security presence?
I'm thinking that because of our current situation, okay, I do not agree, I do not support the wearing masks. I understand they're wearing masks and sitting on their trucks and driving around and scaring the citizenry. That is completely wrong. I think that their position should be to be in the area and provide an assurance of safety to the people, so that it is clear that they are a fallback position, while the main security is provided by, like the Leonard Silk has said, the police, the mobile police, the regular law enforcement personnel.
Okay, now let's just look at how the election will be playing out, if it will be falling on party lines. But we also have the swing towns, and that's Osogbo, Ilesha, in which the incumbent is from, and also Ife, where the fiercest rivalry to Governor Rauf Argbeshola is hails from, and that's talking about Senator Iyola Mishore. So do you see this issue of swing towns defining these electoral polls? That's Osogbo, that's where the majority vote is expected to come from, and also Ilesha, where the incumbent governor is expected to come from, and also Ife, where Senator Iyola Mishore hails from.
Well, it may be difficult to answer this straight away, going by past experiences. The election of 2011, the person that was declared as the winner by INEC, got the winning votes, quote and unquote, before it was reversed by the tribunal, from the smaller towns outside these cities that you have mentioned. It was the election tribunal that overturned that decision, and that decision was confirmed by the Court of Appeal. So I believe whether a big city or a small city, what will play out at the end of the day may not be the political party, but the individuals.
Barrister Okorafo?
I agree that, at the end of the day, it's more about our people, the electorate, deciding what they want.
That's right.
We have, under different fora, made the point that it's about time the electorate held the leadership accountable. And when you do that and you make firm demands on the leadership, then you're in a position to put them on the scale and say, yes, you have done well, or no, you have not done well. And where you have done well, yes, we'll vote for you again.
That's right.
And where you haven't done well, no, we will not vote for you again. So I think that it is the empowerment of the electorate that is key. Now, in the past, we have seen politics of, we used to call it politics of rice and salt. But these days, we used to call it politics of Maggi and salt. But this is, I understand it's gone on to politics of rice, cooked or uncooked. But be that as it may, I think that the people need to realize that when you get your dividends of democracy up front, you're saying to the leadership that they can do as they please.
That's right.
But where you determine that your votes will count, then you make a difference and you hold the leadership accountable, and they realize that you're in a position to vote them out or vote them in. And I think it makes a world of difference.
Do you think a better option will suffice, as talking about the contest of Senator Iyola Mishore to the Bola Ige House come August the 9th?
Well, truth be told, what we read in the papers is often tainted with politics. So you hardly have a chance to have a fair assessment of work that's been done. So you find a party faithful who is, proclaiming the virtues of the work done by their party, while the person from the opposite party goes the other extreme. And so you ask, is there no middle position? So it is this absence of a middle position that creates a challenge. But given by what one reads in the papers, I know that, or I have read that Governor Argbeshola, in the course of his tenure, has improved education and all of that. There is some controversy about this reclassification. Again, because there is no middle position, you cannot tell what is real and what is politics. Okay? So if a lot of it becomes a matter of perception of those who are on ground. But then that is key, because those who are on ground know what is a real achievement and what is propaganda.
Okay, before we wind down on this discussion now, some people are still arguing that that we can't rule out the surprise element of the Labour Party contestant, that Alhaji Abdul Fattah Akinbade. How do you see that playing out come this August 9? Do you see the possibility of this surprise element coming out, just in case they come up with a people-driven agenda?
Between now and the election, I have a very strong doubt that they will spring any surprise.
And Barrister Okorafo?
I think the front runners are the Governor Regbeshala and Yola Mishara.
Okay, that's the much we can take on this panel discussion on Roadmap 2015 to Osun State. And I've been with Barrister Ezenwa Okorafo, and also Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Barrister Dele Additional. Thank you very much for being a part of this roadmap discussion on Osun election.
Thank you.
Well, by now, you probably should be having a clearer picture if you would be taking part in the governorship election exercise in Osun State. Now, let's have our political roundup for the week.
The 7-man panel investigating allegations of gross misconduct leveled against the embattled Deputy Governor of Enugu State, Sunday Onyebuchi, by the House of Assembly starts as the Assembly Speaker and Deputy remain conspicuously absent. As part of the preparations for a free and fair governorship election in Osun State, the Acting Inspector General of Police, Sulaiman Abba, advises political thugs and other mischief makers to steer clear of the state, as the security forces would ensure strict compliance with the Electoral Act and other relevant statutes.
Do not loiter around the polling unit after casting your vote, which means if you have no business with voting anymore, either you stay calm or you go home and continue with your lawful business or social activity. Simple.
And this is as much as we can take on this edition of Roadmap 2015. What's your opinion about the deployment of heavy security forces for the Osun State elections? You may keep the conversation going by sending your comments on our different social media platforms showing on your screen. Many thanks for staying with us. I'm Gbenga Ashiru. Goodbye.